Now, despite sounding like a plot point from Blade Runner, the Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response is quite a common occurrence. However, it is still quite poorly understood. Research is very limited, and the term itself has only been around since 2010. Most likely it's due to release of endorphins and oxytocin due to certain audio, visual, or in rarer cases, tactile stimuli. Ever listen to a song that literally gave you chills? You know, the songs that are so good, they make the hairs on your arms stand up. Well, that's actually very similar to ASMR. They may even be related. The official term for this auditory tactile phenomenon is synesthesia. Synesthesia can be defined as the phenomenon where stimulation of one sensory or cognitive pathway automatically induces stimulation of a secondary sensory or cognitive pathway. And get a load of this. If you regularly experience such phenomena, you can officially call yourself a synesthete. Now, some suggest that ASMR is an evolutionary response. Evolutionary response, you say? Now I'm interested. Now again, research on this area is virtually non-existent, so take whatever I say with a lot of salt. But in fields of psychology and behavioural science, it has been suggested that ASMR can potentially trace its roots back to grooming behaviours similar to primate grooming rituals. If it feels good, an animal is more likely to engage in said activity, and this then encourages intra-group bonding and promotes good communal hygiene. But again, this is only a suggestion at the moment, and while we have a good idea as to why animals carry out grooming behaviour in nature, we don't know if there is any link whatsoever to ASMR at a scientific level at this point. It's worth checking out if you've never watched an ASMR video before. Are you able to get anything from it, or do you just find it a little bit strange? One individual's response can be dramatically different to another individual's, with different stimuli leading to a very different impact. From whispering to crinkling of paper to finger tapping to writing, there are a vast variety of potential triggers for ASMR sensitive people. In fact, there are an entire YouTube community dedicated to making videos using sounds from different objects and accents. Certainly odd to the uninitiated, but regular viewers describe the sounds as soothing, relaxing, or sounds which help them sleep. Back in the 1920s, 1925 to be precise, author Virginia Woolf in the novel Mrs. Dalloway uncannily described ASMR. It would be interesting to go back and look at old texts to see how frequently such ASMR-like experiences were written about and how well known it was. Anyone particularly like reading? I mean, there's only a few 100 million books to get through. Now, us scientists, being scientists, we want to dig deeper and find out exactly what is happening beneath the surface. New neuroscientific research is utilising fMRI and EEG, and they're using this to map brain activity to understand what is going on at the neuron level. There's not much research done on ASMR yet, but the research that has already been done using the previously described methods has shown an increased bleeding effect of brain activity from the visual parts of the brain, not usually stimulated during such responses. Everyone's brain is wired differently, which would explain why everyone tends to respond to ASMR differently. The big brain bleeders most likely experience ASMR quite easily and quite intensely. It has been observed that the brain can become desensitized to certain stimuli, and so something that triggered a response before won't necessarily do it again in the future. The study of the tingleheads, as it's been dubbed, certainly will be an interesting area to watch for new neuroscience-based research. The brain is one of the most complex systems we have on the planet, and we barely understand it, so there is still a really, really long way to go. Our own brains want to understand themselves a little better. What do you know? The knowledge we gain from ASMR-related research could help us better understand and how to treat brain diseases, mood disorders, head injuries, and more. Something so seemingly simple, like a lot of research, could lead to some really big discoveries in the future. And there you have it, the phenomenon that has millions of regular viewers flocking to see someone tapping the table and playing with paper. Thanks for watching another episode of Knowledge. Did you learn something new today? I look forward to seeing you all next time. Stay hungry for factuality.